You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news today, Makinde connived with Peter Mba to orchestrate the meeting of so-called Southeast leaders. Who said this is Wike. The Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike announced that he was withdrawing from all previous agreements intended to resolve the crisis within the People's Democratic Party (PDP), declaring his commitment to continue the struggle until justice was served. As reported by the Vanguard, Wike was said to have told the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde that he held him accountable for the party's current challenges. He reportedly blamed Makinde for the failure to implement previous agreed decisions, which he identified as the root cause of the PDP's ongoing issues. In a personally signed statement titled PDP Crisis, My Position, which was made available to the Vanguard, Wike stressed the importance of all parties adhering to the resolution that had been agreed upon. This included recognizing Senator Samuel Anyanwu as the PDP National Secretary in accordance with a Supreme Court ruling directing the National Legal Advisor to withdraw all legal matters related to Rivers State and halting the suit concerning the state of emergency. He recalled that the tension had risen sharply during the recent meeting and that it took the collective effort of those present to restore calm. He stated that despite the tension, the tense atmosphere, the meeting concluded with a number of resolutions. This included affirming Anyawu's position as National Secretary, the withdrawal of legal actions by the National Legal Advisor, the discontinuation of the emergency suit, and a mutual agreement that no party should breach the terms of the resolutions. He also referenced a G5 meeting that had been held in Lagos as part of those efforts. Further talking, he said, "To my chagrin, Seyi Makinde had connived with Peter Mba of Enugu State to orchestrate the summoning of the meeting of so-called Southeast leaders to recommend that if Ude Okoye was not adopted as secretary, they will pull out of the PDP. I have since granted an interview to the effect that that resolution of the Southeast leaders cannot hold." Wike continued. Again, Seyi Makinde organized some people in the National Secretariat to insist that the Deputy National Secretary should act as National Secretary, in violation of the agreement earlier reached. To attempt to give credence to this farce, a letter was written by the Deputy National Secretary calling for a meeting of the National Executive Council (NEC) of the party. He further stated that the letter confirming the candidacy of the party's governorship candidate for the upcoming Anambra State election, duly signed by the National Secretary, Senator Anyanwu, and the acting national chairman, was misrepresented as rejected by the party through a rebuttal issued by the National Publicity Secretary. According to him, the rebuttal was made on the instructions of Seyi Makinde and Peter Mba. He maintained that such actions were a clear breach of the agreements previously reached and warned that they would be detrimental to the party. Well, it seems as if the problem in PDP might not come to an end. And if that is the case, probably this party is coming to an end. Because for a Wike who has held on to the jugular of the party since 2023 and has decided to even fall out with some of the members of his G5, it means that the end to every conflict in PDP is not anytime soon. And that's very detrimental to this party. I don't think they are ready for the coming election, because if PDP continue with these charades they are involving themselves in, at least it is going to be banker very sure that 2027 election PDP will lose. And also we are it's no more a wonder that the likes of Atiku is going into coalition looking for another platform where he can use to actualize his political ambition. And also a Peter Obi who has come out again to announce newly that he's still going to run for president and is going to be on the platform of the Labour Party. You throwing a jab, a blow, or a defeat even to the coalition. But PDP is the one at the eye of storm in this very particular news. And Wike has come out to pinpoint out that Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, is acting like a clog in the wheel of process of the reconciliation. In addition to him, is the governor of Enugu State, Governor Mba. His belief is that these members of the G5 have already, betrayed him, betrayed the trust, and they have already issued a counter instruction, even contrary to the resolutions and the conclusions that were made in their previous, peace meeting. For example, Wike specifically said he's pulling out of the so-called Southeast leaders meeting for reconciliation that was, recommended or orchestrated by Seyi Makinde and then Peter Mba of Enugu State. And Nyesom Wike, is not aware of it, knowing fully well that it is not the peace process that is his problem, but for the peace process to run smoothly, there are certain conclusions they have made in some previous meeting which happened to come out with some revolution, and those resolutions are yet to be implemented. And then he now was hearing that another instruction is being issued to that effect, because in his own words, this is what Wike said. He said, "To my chagrin, Seyi Makinde had connived with Peter Mba of Enugu State to orchestrate the summoning of the meeting of so-called Southeast leaders to recommend that if Ude Okoye was not adopted as secretary, they will pull out of the PDP." And he said, "I have since granted an interview on the effect that resolution of the Southeast leaders cannot hold." It means that PDP is disintegrating further and further, because if G5 alone broke out in 2023, and now we are already having Wike faction, Atiku faction, and within the Wike faction again, a Peter Okoye and a Seyi Makinde is also threatening to break out. It seems the end of this party is very near and very soon. So Wike has decided that he's going to, pull out, because he said again Seyi Makinde organized some people in the National Secretariat to insist that it is the Deputy National Secretary that should act as National Secretary, and that is in violation of the agreement that were earlier reached. So back and forth, that is the situation in PDP. But keep coming to our channel, we'll give you updates. Make sure you give us your likes, and please make sure you subscribe and share. Thank you.